Hi, I'm Sherry Buckner with Grace Monroe Home, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a winter magnolia wreath. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing that I want to do is show you the materials that we're going to be using, and today we've got some faux burlap ribbon that is 2.5 inches wired that we're going to use. We've got some gorgeous magnolias flowers that we're going to use here. We've got 3 of those, and then we've got a bunch of magnolia leaves. We've got some roses, some rosebuds here that we're going to use. We've got some frosted boxwood that's got some berries on it that we're going to use, and then just various greenery that we've got, some grasses and some various greenery. And the first thing I'm going to do is make my bow, and to do that I use the Bowdabra. And if you need instruction on making a bow with the Bowdabra, we do have a video that teaches you step by step how to use the Bowdabra. First I just put my wire in. This one's going to be a very simple bow. It's just going to have 2 loops on each side, so it's just very, very simple. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is make my tails for my bow, and they're going to be, I want these to be a little bit longer, so I'm going to make it probably about 14 inches for each side, so I'm just doubling that. And then I'm going to dovetail it by putting the ends together, folding them, and cutting upwards from the corner. This is going to be a really simple bow, but for this wreath it works perfectly. And I'm using this faux burlap. You could use any kind of ribbon that you choose is fine. The first loops that I'm gonna do, I think they should be about, if you measure it, it's gonna be about 7 inches for the first loop, and then the second loop is gonna be about 6 inches. And now when I get them made, then I just kind of aim up from the middle just to see if they're about the same size. The second loop on these are just about 1 inch smaller than the first loop. And then I'm making the little middle, so that's just going to be a really small loop. I hope that you can see this. It's just going to be just a little small loop there, and then we just cut our ribbon off. Okay. And push everything down. And then pull up on the wire. Just get it as tight as you can and twist it in the back. Okay, and this is our bow for this one. Okay, and it's going to go right here on the side of the wreath, and I've already checked my wreath to see how it falls the best, and you want to play with it. You know, kind of turn it around and see which angle that you think the wreath looks the best, because this one you are going to see part of the wreath, so you want to make sure that the side that you're not going to have anything on looks good. This one is going right here in the middle. this side. And you actually could do this on either side. If your door opens from the other way and you'd like for the flowers to be on that side, that's fine. If you're doing two of them, you can mirror them and have the flowers on the opposite sides. We have a lot of customers that ask us to do that for double doors, so that works well. The first thing that I'm going to do with my flowers are my Magnolias, and these actually came from Hobby Lobby, and I just think they're gorgeous. And just make sure that your leaves are good on it, and we are going to dip it in the glue. And the first one you're going to put, it's going to not be straight up and down, you're going to angle it, but so that the flower falls just about in the middle, just like that. These stems are a little thick, so it does take some muscle to get them cut. This one's going to go about the middle, just a little above your bow. Uh-oh, one of my leaves fell off. One. This one is going right here in the bottom, and again we're angling it. Just kind of angle it up this way when you're putting it in. You don't want to put them straight in, straight on. You want an angle there for both of these two. Okay. I've got glue everywhere. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to add are my magnolia leaves. And these, I got all of these at Walmart. So I think they were $3 for that stem. And these are just going to add to it, but what you're going to have to do is cut the stems a little bit, because you don't want the whole thing. So the first one I'm going to put here, and there again I'm going to angle it. And one of the leaves fell off, so what I'm going to do with this one, I'm just going to add this one in the front here. Just like that. This I'm going to aim right here, angling it, but I'm just going to have it come out from the side of this one. And this is where I cut off the top part, so I'm just going to put this over here behind the bow. Always save any of your greenery too, because you can use it to fill in and to any spaces that you have and that kind of thing. So always save any of your greenery off. If you've used the flowers, just find a box and put your greenery in it. Okay, this one, it's got a broken leaf, so we'll just take it off. I'm just going to aim this one. I'm just moving my tails out of the way so that I can get it where I want it. And now what I'm doing here, since I cut this off, I just want to cut the stem part as close to that leaf as I can so that you don't see that cut stem. And you might, if you are at Hobby Lobby to get the magnolias, they also have a bush of just magnolia leaves that are really pretty. They were out of them the other day when I was there, so I had to get these, which these are working fine. This one I'm going to just put down here. One more bunch of these, so I can get it cut. There we go. Actually, I think I'm going to cut this off. I'm just going to put this here. And you'll see, as I said earlier, I'm angling everything so that nothing is put straight on. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is my roses. And with these, they came with the little faux baby's breath, but I don't really want to use that. So I'm just taking the heads off and pulling the baby's breath off, and then just putting the head back on. That's really simple to do. And again, these came from Walmart. Has been something that I have found, that you can buy the nicer silk flowers at Hobby Lobby and then mix in some of the least expensive ones that you can get at Walmart. That works perfectly. And with these, always push the leaves all the way up the stem. Some of the stems I'm leaving a little longer, and then some of those I'm cutting a little bit shorter. Okay. And the first one I'm going to put right here behind the leaves. Just sprinkling them around here, and I'm even going to put one here in the middle. And you just can place them wherever you choose. This will be your wreath, so You can use a few or more, whichever you prefer. Now I'm going to use my boxwood with the berries. And now if you can't find the ones with the berries, this was a Christmas bush that I got, so just use regular boxwood, will be just as nice. And it's because this is tall and you can't push these up, I'm going to cut this right here at the flower because I just want this part of it. Just like I did the others, I'm just placing them around where I've got empty places. So and this particular one is missing the boxwood, so I just took it off of one of those that I cut off, and I'm just going to push that on there so that I have it like I want it. This wreath is perfect for using after Christmas and using it until spring, or really, I've got several customers that use this all year long because they love red, and so they don't use it just for Christmas. But that's strictly up to you, but it does make the perfect winter wreath. To stick. And I have some of this that does not have berries, so I'm just going to fill in some places with this. And when you make this, I would love to see pictures. So let me know so that I can see how well you did. And always, I've said this in previous videos, just always make sure to put something behind the bow, because you do want it, it helps hold your bow up, and you want it on both sides of the bow. Especially if you're going to use it outside, the wind blows or something, you don't want to have a empty space there. So just always put something behind the bow on either side. place that I want to put some. This one is missing a piece, so I'm going to have to do like I did and take one from one of the other pieces and put it on there. Okay. And you will see it's got some glue, but what we're going to do, or what I always do after I finish, is just blow dry it on a low setting. Just blow dry all the glue strand. What I have done, I'm going to go ahead and fill you in. I have put some grass. I did put this straight in, and I put some here and some here, and I'm going to put one more grass. You can get this at Michael's. It's in with the Greenery. And I'm going to put this just over here under the bow and sort of to the side here so that it's just kind of like that. Okay. Now, I've also got some vine here that I'm going to place around just to give it some different greenery, and you can just get this. I got this at Hobby Lobby in with the Greenery, and you can see I've cut some off of it, but you're just going to cut some of your branches off of it, and then just cut pieces off of that. And I want one right in here. This one I'm going to put down here in the bottom. And then this piece that I cut off, I'm going to also put this in the bottom. And the Greenery, to me, really adds so much to a wreath. And you can get one of these bushes. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it's not very expensive, and you can use them, just get tons of use out of the Greenery. When I was learning to make wreaths, that was something that I had never thought of, was using the Greenery like that, and to me it just adds so much detail to the wreath. You just kind of want it peeking out from around. Okay. All right, and this is where I'm going to stop, I believe. I may see a few little holes that I may want to add something to, but you can add more if you want to, or leave it just like this. I actually, with this design, like to see a little bit of the grapevine throughout. If you don't, that's fine. You can add more flowers or more greenery, especially to this, if you choose to. But I personally kind of like to see it. It's a little more natural looking. But now what I'm going to do, since I've got everything done, I'm going to clip, that was glued on, I'm going to clip the stems and the extra wire off of the back. And you just want to get everything as close to the wreath as you can. So I'm just clipping off the excess stems. And I've had people ask me before, well, why don't you just do them short to start with? You don't want to do that because, first of all, you don't know how long you're going to need it. And second, as long as the stem is a little bit longer, you can arrange it like you want to. You can pull it out, that kind of thing. It's just, to me, a lot better idea to go after you've finished and then clip everything off. And like I said, now what I'm going to do is take it in the house and use my blow dryer on it, and then it will be ready to go. Okay, thank you so much, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the group, and I would love to see pictures when you get yours made. Have a great day.